So the details in our environment matter. And I wonder how often we assess what is in our environment. Now, this story took a twist for me because it had so many layers. Me and my kids the other day, we have been having these items in one of our rooms. And in this room, the thing is, these items were actually good items. They were for a good cause and all the things, right? But it wasn't until we finally got rid of those items and we packed them up to do the service they were supposed to be intended to do that I saw that so much more space opened up in that area. Now, many of us have thought about decluttering our spaces. We know that too many things can make a space overwhelming and all that kind of stuff, but I never really even thought about it this way. Even too much of something that is good can be in the way of a space that God could be trying to use for other purposes as well. Now, again, like I said, this has many, many layers because how many of us are assessing for such a time as now? And again, when I'm going through my girl prayer journal, I'm having to ask God daily, like, God, what is it that you have for me today? That's a simple question we can ask every day. When I'm starting out in gratitude, I'm thanking God for the things, and really those things that have just happened in the day, maybe the night before. It makes you stop and look at the small things because it attunes our eyes to what God is trying to continue to do or what God is trying to shift us to do and see in a different way or something different going on in our lives. So after starting with gratitude, it's very imperative for me, and I'm encouraging you to ask God, what is it that you have for me to do today? Because remember, those items that we had were good items. Now imagine what happens with items that we have that are not good items in our lives, the people that are in our lives that are not good for us, the things in our lives that we're doing that are not good for us. All the things, y'all. But in all the things, are we assessing what those things have a purpose for? And in what season? Again, those items had a good purpose, but it was time for us to release those items. It was actually past time for us to get those items sent out. But again, getting back to us, because God gives us those God winks. God gives us daily talks when we want to hear what God is trying to tell us. We want to see clearly what God is wanting us to do. But a lot of times we just got to pause the grind, plug into God. Sometimes it's asking him simple questions. And in asking God questions, he is already moving. He's already making those things clear. We're just now tuning our eyes and ears to hear him and to pay attention. So I really encourage each of us to assess what is in our environment. What is the purpose of that thing? I'm not talking about like the culture says, does it serve me right now? No, but literally, is it intentional? Is it where God is calling you to right now? Is it who God is calling you to right now? Or do we even know? But we can just start by asking a simple question and paying attention to what he's trying to tell us.